Hi, you guys. Welcome to Sunday Chit Chat with Tosi. I think I should have an intro that says that, like Sunday Chit Chat video with Tosi and something. I think I should have that. But, anyways, that's not the reason why we are here. Today, we are going to be talking on firstborns, and I'm going to talk mostly about firstborn daughter because I mean, I'm a girl, so we are going to talk about it. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about I don't know how to call it, the pros, the cons, disadvantages, the advantages, the whole stuff about it, right? Because there's a whole pandemic about, oh, how being a first daughter is actually a full time job and all that. I am just going to be talking about what's it called now? I'm going to be talking about my own perspective, like, right? Where did that English come from? Right, my own point of view. I'm just going to be telling you guys like everything about certain things that I think about the first bonus, how most it has affected like most things or most aspects of my life. And yeah, that's what we are going to be chit chatting about today. Okay, as always, I have notes on my phone just in case you see me looking down. I have notes on my phone, so I'm not just rambling because it is a cheetah video and it's not a video that I scripted. Right now, as a firstborn daughter, there is a whole lot of inner grooming that you have to do yourself. Now, I know that a lot of firstborns now sometimes have to teach themselves, have to grow up themselves, right? There is always a lot of growing up that you need to do by yourself as a firstborn. I'm saying this because I know a lot of growing up that I had to do by myself, a lot of discipline that I had to tell myself, to do. I can basically really say that, oh, there are some things that I intentionally chose that has really shaped the woman that I am today, right? So there is just this stereotype, not a stereotype, but it's actually reality. There's just this reality of I have younger ones that look up to me, inspired by me, and I have to do it right. I just really have to do it right, and that comes with a lot of pressure. When people always say, oh, firstborn daughters, they are always the most annoying and angry bird and all that. I can't relate. I watch videos like that all the time and I can't relate, and I keep on asking myself, why can't I relate? But I remember and I answer myself that there are actually certain work that I've done and I'm still doing and I will always do as a firstborn daughter that is not going to keep me on that being an angry bird type of person, right? So for context, I have three younger ones. I have three siblings, right? And if I'm very grateful, I'm very honest. If I'm very honest, I mean, I am very grateful of how they are. I'm very, very, very proud of them, the men they are becoming, and the woman that my sister is becoming. I'm very proud of them. I'm really so happy and so proud that they are individuals that have the mind of their own. They have minds of their own. Do I have voice in certain things that they do? Of course, absolutely, right? But I try as much as possible. I was talking about this in one of my TikTok random video that I did, that I don't see my siblings as my children. I see them as my siblings because I want to be their safe space, right? So when you start to try to control, them being perfect, right? Them listening to what you're saying, I think that is when you start to get angry. Because if you have siblings like me, like mine, right, where they have a mind of their own, right? They come to you, they tell you, oh, what do you think? Now, my brothers and I speak pidgin English to each other, but my sister and I, and my brothers and my sister, we don't speak pidgin English to my younger sister. I don't know, it's just how we grew up. Growing up, you guys, this is chit chat. I could talk anyhow, right? Growing up, my parents never spoke pidgin to us. They never spoke Yoruba to us. It's till today. I always say they are one of the reasons why we really don't know how to speak Yoruba. Like, but right now I'm learning. I am even better than my younger ones because I grew up mostly with my grandma. So my grandma speaks Yoruba all the time. So I was able to learn one or two with them because that's how you can really communicate, right? um but they are not, it's not their thing, right? So in making decisions, they will just ask, what do you think, what do you think, right? Which I'm going to get in later on in this video. What do you think, right? But I make them do things and make their own decisions themselves. Sorry guys, I think my tripod is not standing well. Okay, so I make them make decisions themselves, so it doesn't always have to make it look like they depend on me most of the time. And I think that's one thing every firstborn daughter in particular have to tap into. Now, because we're women, we are very emotional, right? We technically or just naturally don't want to see anything go bad, or we have this nurturing spirit and we tend to take our siblings as our children, which in my opinion it shouldn't be so. They're your siblings, they're supposed to grow too as you are growing. You don't or just automatically take the role of a mom. You can't do that. You are like a small mommy. Like to me now, I'm their small mommy, but I'm not their mom, right? But I always make sure that I'm their safe space. They can easily come and tell me something. I kind of feel like if my younger no, I kind of feel I know and I'm very sure. If my siblings or my younger ones make a mistake, I'm the first person they will call before. In fact, they will even call my mom. I will be the one to tell my mom, right? I am the first point of contact, and I really appreciate that. But if I am the firstborn daughter that is very strict, very this, I don't think I will have such relationship with them, right? So in my notes, I jot out, you guys, I've been filming for the past 4 hours. This is my seventh video, so just in case I'm saying nonsense English, please pardon me. I've been talking a lot, but anyways, I have here disadvantage and advantage. Now, one of the disadvantage about being a firstborn of being a firstborn daughter is you're automatically a fixer, and I feel like that's something that actually affects a lot of firstborn daughters. It affects in our friendship, it affects in our relationship, which I might get into later on, right? It affects in everything that we do. We just automatically want to fix things. And when I started working on myself and just like be better, I had a fixation problem. I'm not going to lie. I really want my friend to be good, and I want to just try to fix her or try to fix him. And the thing is, these people are adults. I think that's one thing that I learned over time. These people are adults. They should have a mind of their own. You can't fix them, right? It comes with a lot of emotional guilt when you see someone that is close to you, not doing the right thing. You kind of feel like, oh, how can I help her? And I'm not saying don't help. I like to give like help. I'm not saying don't help, but there should be a boundary. When you are for if you're a firstborn daughter, you need to work on your boundaries. It will help you so much. Work on your boundaries, right? So I had to work on my boundaries, which is I have noticed that in everybody's life, there is a season where you have to go through certain things by yourself. No matter how close that person is to you, no matter how this person is your friend, there is a part in my there was a part in my life where I had to go through it myself, or else I was not going to learn anything if I had someone else trying to fix me. I had to fix me. God had to help me fix me. So I had to learn that I can't be a fixer. It's not possible. I'm not Jesus Christ. So to every time you're trying to be a fixer as a firstborn or as a firstborn daughter, and it's not going the way that you expect it to go, you're going to be frustrated and you are going to be an angry bird. Are you seeing where the anger is coming from? Exactly. You are going to want things to go perfectly. I want to fix this person. This person has to be good because automatically that is what you grew up doing, right? You are on your own, and your mom just called and say, "Okay, go and clean up after that person." This is the reason why I say there's a lot of firstborn trauma that is very mind blowing that you never know that you're carrying. This is the reason why I really don't like to clean after people. I'm not gonna lie. It is firstborn daughter trauma problem. I don't like cleaning after people. right? I just feel like you need to clean after yourself. I have cleaned after three people all my life. I don't want to clean after you, right? So you just be there, and your mom is like, or your dad is like, oh, come and clean what your younger ones did. Like, can't they do it themselves? Like, do you understand? So automatically you're a fixer. There's a problem. Your parents call you. You're the first child. Don't you know you're supposed to? And you fix it. That is you fixing your younger one's mess and this and that. So you automatically are used to just fixing people when they're in a mess. And that is a boundary that you have to work on. You have to leave people at the point to fix their problems themselves. How do I make this work with my younger ones? Right? There's a little problem, they come to me, I tell them what I think, I tell them the advice, okay, do this, and I leave them to make their decisions themselves. Will they answer to all my decisions, what I said? Will they take what I said and do it? Absolutely, right? But I let them give a room. If I'm having a conversation with my brothers and there's something, I'll say what I want to say, and I always end with, I'll be waiting you think. That is me opening the room for them to think too, right? I'm not fixing you totally. Maybe if I did, but waiting you think, and they always think that my opinion is right, right? But at the same time, I always try as much as possible to always be okay when people don't do exactly as I see, because they're adults. Sometimes going through things with people emotionally is a weight that you have to drop as a firstborn. You have to drop it, right? Be okay with being present. Being present. I feel like showing up for people is one of my love languages. That's actually one thing I really like about being a firstborn daughter, because that is just the way that I like to show love. I like to show up for people. Like, if you need me, I'm there. I'm there. If I cannot be there, I'm gonna let you know I cannot be there. If I cannot be there, money wise, emotional wise, whatever wise, I will pick one and be there for you, right? So it is always very important to try as much as possible to find a boundary without always being a fixer. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes let some things spoil. I will say that again. Sometimes let some things spoil. I will say it again. Sometimes let some things go wrong. Yeah. You don't always have to fix everything. You're not Jesus Christ. You're not everybody's savior. The next thing is you have an automatic control problem as a firstborn. Hmm. Now, this one is there's a thin line between it. You are in your mind telling yourself, oh, I just really like things to go good and go perfect. No, my darling, you have a control problem. You are a control freak. You are a control freak. And it is very, very hard, or except maybe you're very intentional before you know that, right? So I had to tell myself and talk to myself, right? Like, why do I always get pissed when people don't do things the way that I want them to do? Now, I'm talking 6, 5, 7 years ago, right? And I had to tell myself, is this because I have a control problem? I had a control problem. Let's get that straight. It's because I had a control problem. And why do I have a control problem? I had a control problem because I felt like if things go perfectly and things go the way they're supposed to go, it makes me worthy. That's it. That's it. If you've ever been with a firstborn daughter and she's telling you, I want this thing to go well, I want it to do this, I want it to do that, it's because she doesn't want to disappoint herself. It's because she feels like that is one thing that make her worthy to be whoever she is. And when things don't go that way, perfect and all that, she becomes angry because she's also disappointed in herself. That's it. I had to now work on it. That was now the time I had to start to embrace the everything. Things don't always go as planned. You see, my life in particular, you see, I can do a whole story time about how my life doesn't go as planned from when I was small. Like, I can do a whole story time, right? But that was when I had to embrace it, that it's okay when things don't go as planned. You don't always have to be perfect. You don't always have to be good. Now, I know that there are firstborns that get credit for, oh, maybe they are good academically, maybe they are this, maybe they are that, and they become like favorites or something of their parents or whatever it may be. But my mom and my parents didn't give us that. My mom might have a favorite. I tell you, we don't know, because she did a good job by keeping that private to herself, right? So she actually just, you know, help us as a person. Like, you did good in school, good. You didn't do well, you need to do better. There's never a time where she compared us to each other, and that's like a very beautiful parental skill that I am taking for sure from her. There was never any time where she'll be like, "Oh, can't you see your sister? There was never any time." And I really, really like that, right? But for some people, it's like that. And they always want to try to be perfect. They always want to try to make things go well. They always just want to control the narrative of certain things, which it is very exhausting. If you're trying to control things every time, you are going to burn out. Sometimes, I said it before, let something spoil. You don't have to control the narrative all the time. You don't always have to control the narrative all the time. And I think I need to say this: you trying to control the narrative is different from you having authority. They are two different things. You having authority and your siblings or whoever it is that are, after you, doesn't automatically give you respect. So I think when it comes to like firstborn and firstborn daughter, whatever, or firstborn son, or whatever it is, I feel like a lot of us kind of feel like, if I am strict, if I am giving authority, do this, it makes them respect me. That is a lie. It makes them fear you. Yes. Doesn't make them respect you in a very good way that they're supposed to. Absolutely no. Now, they will fear you in sense of, Olorebi is coming, blah 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 blah. Yeah. But when you're not there, what are they saying about you? Do they respect your opinions? Are they people that when you say something, they sit down like, my sister gets sense, right? My brother gets sense. I want to, yeah. So I don't see the reason why I see some firstborn, and I see people talk about how they don't like their firstborn because she's very, very authoritative and all that and all that. Am I strict? Yes, I'm I don't play. I can be strict, like really, really strict. But am I also subtle? Yes. Does it make my siblings disrespect me? Absolutely not. They can't even do it. I am a Yoruba babe, and if you know how much respect Yoruba people hold respect, is very high, right? So it is very important for you to know that you can automatically, it's a very thin line, and except you're very intentional, you can automatically be a control freak, and it shows up in every areas of your life. It shows up in your friendship, it shows up in your relationship, which we're going to get into. It shows up everywhere. Now, how do I divert that feeling, because it's automatically there? It comes with the position. I used it to work. This is very amazing. I used it to work. So I used to be an usher and an event coordinator. I did it for about a decade. I did it for like 10 years. And I'm not going to lie to you, I'm good at it. I am good in making things come together. I am good in trying to control an event. Everything should go on well. I'm good at it. The only reason I stopped is because my spine was beginning to pain me, because it's a lot of work. When I was doing this, I could do it back to back. I could do event back to back every weekend, right? Especially in December, is always very, very a lot of work, right? So I used that talent a lot to, oh, we need to call this person to come, this one, come this, I need to control this have to, like, the typical boss babe type of thing, right? I use that a lot, and I felt like I put a lot of that energy on that place than with my siblings. And it was something that I it wasn't something that I started doing at first. I started noticing at first, but later I started noticing it, and I was like, it's good, right? We could have family occasions, and trust me, I am the best at making sure that things are going good, like controlling the party and making it making it like really, really good. So that is where like I diverted it to. And there are other places that you can divert your controlness to. But also don't always try to control your life and the way that your life go, because you're going to be frustrated, you're going to be angry when things don't go as good as they are supposed to go. Now, as a firstborn daughter, right, in the dating field, and how being a firstborn really always affecting how I date. I don't know how God designed my life, and but so far I have never dated a last born before. I've always dated a firstborn or a firstborn daughter, a firstborn son. I don't know how that is happening. I don't know what is attracting them to me. I don't know what aura is being given that is making them like come to me. And I totally also feel like maybe because I've not dated much, if I'm being honest, but to everyone that I've been in the relationship with, I've gone out with, I've been on a date with, they are all firstborns. And I don't know why. I really do not know why. Do I like it? Absolutely. I always recommend. I always see online when people say firstborn daughter and middle child or something. Even, I will always recommend that the firstborn daughter date a firstborn. Be in a relationship with a firstborn. Like I will firstborn son. I will always recommend it because of my own experience. Dating a firstborn son or dating a first son is a different ball game. Most of them, majority of them, well, all the ones that me have been in relationship with or dated or whatever, they always kind of have their life figured out. And even if they don't seem like they have it figured out, they know what they are doing. I like men that knows what they are doing. Like I do. I don't want my partner to be one of my siblings. Like I do not. I don't want one of my partner to be one of my child that I have to train to. No, I don't want it. Right. So as a firstborn daughter, there is a lot of controlness that comes with you being a firstborn daughter. There's a lot of masculine energy that you give as a firstborn daughter. That one is a very is just something that happens like naturally, because you're used to fixing things, you're used to planning things, you're used to putting things in order. It just kind of brings out your masculine energy, so it is very hard for you to be soft. But like I said, if you are with a firstborn daughter, a firstborn son, trust me, you'll be soft. I don't know how else to explain this thing to you people, but it is amazing. I am You see how, let me not say you see, because I know a lot of you don't spend time with me in real life, but when I am alone, my brain works 24/7. When I am with my siblings, my brain works 24/7. When I'm in my house, my brain works 24/7. When I'm out on my own, my brain works 24/7. Every minute, every second, my brain is working. But when I am with someone I'm in a relationship with, or when I used to be in a relationship with, my brain doesn't work. I don't know how that happens. It just doesn't work. I am a baby when I'm in a relationship, and I really like that. I really like a man that wants to take care of me, that wants to lead me. Like I lead people. I want you to lead me. I don't want to lead my siblings, and I am leading you as the. I don't. No, I don't want that, right? And I think there's a very thin line when a woman is leading and she becomes a boss babe in a relationship. There's a thin line of her being very bossy, and I feel like a lot of us really just lie to ourselves. If you are used to taking decisions in that relationship, you're used to taking the littlest decisions, right? You guys are out, you are thinking about, you are the one thinking about how you people are going to get home. See, I've been I've been on dates, I've gone out, right? And I didn't have to think of how we are going to get home. My own is I just entered the Uber. And that is the best thing as a firstborn daughter. Like your brain doesn't work. The first time I ever experienced that, I was like, this is thank you, Jesus. And there's something about me. I like food. You see a man that can feed me, marry me. Like feed me. Oh, and it also comes from the fact that I cook a lot for people. So when I see people cooking for me, when I see someone caring about what I want to eat, I am amazed and blessed and grateful for it. It is those simple things. A lot of how we respond to things, how we react to things, how we act is from small, what happened when we were very young, right? So I didn't know that. I just knew that I like it when men say be it, or they come and give you food, or better still they say, can you have some of mine? I love a man that can share food. I'm not even going to lie, right? But later on, I started thinking about it, like, why is that good? Why do I feel good about that? And I thought to myself, is it because I always cook for other people? So when people cook for me, when people feed me, I'm very excited about it. So there's a lot of shaping being a firstborn daughter that has have an effect, on how I date. If once I see people, once I am talking to someone and I see that I don't think this person has, a mind of his own. I don't think, like, we're having a discussion, you don't have an opinion. I don't go. But I think that's one of the reasons why I've not been in a lot of relationship. I'm not dated a lot of person. I don't. I'm not the type that wastes time. Once I see that I'm not getting what I want, or that I save me and you the time, right? And I just bounce, right? Like I kind of feel like it can be a bad thing sometimes, but I feel like it's good because I don't want to waste each other's time, right? So it has affected the way that I date. I'm not even going to lie. Right? If I see somebody and I'm seeing signs that I'm going to be momming this person, and this person is going to be my baby, no, I want to be the baby. Like, I really want to be the baby. I really recommend you marrying or dating or being in a relationship with a man that brings out your softness as a firstborn daughter. I cannot. Hey, it is very beautiful. Right. So the next thing I would like to talk about when it comes to like firstborn daughter disadvantage or whatever it may be, I won't call it advantage, but you get the point, is you're very hyper independent, very hyper independent, very hyper independent. I'm very, 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 very hyper independent. I'm not going to tell you. See, I don't even know how else to say it. I'm very hyper independent. I was saying, before now, that when I'm not with like a partner, a man, or whatever, my brain works automatically, right? That is why I really don't want to end up with someone that I will have to like do all the work. Will I do some work? Of course. But do I want to do all of the work? No. Right? Do you understand the point? If I'm left alone, I know how to take care of myself by myself. I'm very hyper independent. I go through my things by myself. If I come and talk about something with someone, best believe I already know what I want to do. I just want to talk about it like with someone. And as a very firstborn, as a firstborn daughter, it's very hard for you to say your feelings because you didn't grow up in an environment where your parents allow you to air your opinion or air how you feel. A lot of firstborn children are like that. I'm like that. I was like that. Like, there is your parents were busy with your younger ones, so there's no time for you to come and say, oh, this how I feel and all that. Like, there was no time for that, so you become hyper independent. You do things yourself. You always take care of yourself. You always find yourself, okay, what am I doing now, and all that and all that, and automatically your parents or our parents just feel like you're good, so there's no need for them to ask you if you're fine. This is one of the reasons, like I said, there's a lot of shaping that happens with how you're uh, um with you being a firstborn daughter. I never used to be someone that used to like when people asked me how are you. See, up until 3 years ago, I didn't like it. And if you're younger, oh my god, I didn't like it. When someone asked me how are you, I just didn't like it. Why? Because I wasn't used to it. I wasn't used to hearing a lot of, oh, how are you? Hope you're fine, hope you're this. Do you understand the point? In fact, I'm the one doing the how are you, like, right, most of the time. So I didn't like it until later on, up until like last year, last 3 years, or few, maybe let's just like 5 years ago. I'm okay with when someone asks me how I am, and I just say I'm fine, I'm good. I open up a bit, right? So there's always this very thin line between you being a hyper independent person as a firstborn daughter and even as a firstborn, right? I I used to be one person that I don't like free things. If you are going to give me something, I'm going to pay you. In fact, if you give me a gift, I feel like I owe you a gift, right? And I just really feel like it came from the fact that I'm not allowing myself to accept certain things, right? So if you buy me something, I want to buy you something back. And I just recently just talking to myself about is that it's not a competition. If someone wants to gift you something, it's because they want to gift you something. It's not because so that you can give back. So I'm not the type to want like free things and all that. I'm going to pay you. I'm gonna pay you. So when I see that people gives me things, I get things freely and all that, I am so appreciative of it. Very, very, very appreciative of it because I am very independent. Very independent. I will make you understand that I can buy that thing by myself. But right now, I'm calming down. I'm really calming down. Like as a firstborn daughter, as a firstborn daughter, be calming down. Let people take care of you. Let people gift you whatever it is that they want to gift you. Let them show up for you how they want to show up for you. You see that hyper independent, I can do this, I can do this, hard girl. Drop it. Drop it, drop it. You're a soft babe inside. Drop it, drop it. So I'm always very appreciative because at the back of my head, I'm always thinking I didn't work for this person. I didn't put my money in this person's pocket. So if this person thinks so much about me, that's so beautiful. I really, really appreciate it. So I'm trying to work on my hyper independency. I'm not going to lie, I'm really trying to work. I'm really, 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 really trying to work on it. Last night I cooked breakfast, I cooked lunch, right, for my dad, and it was time for dinner. And I'm tired. Like I'm exhausted, coupled with the fact that I have my other business, I have my other content and all that to do. I told my sister, I said, you're gonna cook this night. That is one step to hyper independency. If you feel like there's nobody, or maybe they will not believe you or they will not answer you, form that you are not feeling fine. That's a scope. Then the food will be cooked, right? 3 days ago, which day I can't remember, I was supposed to go to the market, I was supposed to make lunch, I was supposed to also do some accounting. I can't remember. I had like 4 things I needed to do at the time, right? And I had 1 hour to do those 4 things. Normally, would do those 4 things in 1 hour. I would do it. I will cook. I'm very good at multitasking, right? But I was like, you know what, my little cousin's around. Hello, please do Eba for me. I will come and do the serving. That is one way to drop your hyper independence. If someone wants to do something for you, let them do it. Like, I don't understand. You don't like softness, let them do it. So I'm just going to wrap up this video like things that I really like, about being the firstborn daughter. I see people talk about, oh, they wish they had a firstborn. They wish they had a senior brother or a senior sister as a firstborn. I never wish so. I have never in my entire life wished that I had a senior one. Never. I don't know why, but I've never. But thinking about it now, if I had an opportunity to, I think I would have loved to have a senior brother instead of a senior sister. But I've never thought about it. I wish that I had, no, never. I don't know why, but I've never thought about it. It has never come to me. Right. So one thing I just really like is the fact that you see your siblings grow up in your eyes. Right. It's very beautiful to see and study and understand my siblings in the form that they are. There are three. There are three different personalities. There are three different people. There are three different things. And understanding each and every one of them is a beautiful journey. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. If I'm here and they tell me that one of my twin brother did something, I will say no. If I know that that because how I know everything about each and every one of them. If I'm here and they come to tell me that my sister said something, I will say no. And if they come and tell me that she said this, I'll say yes, she can, because I know them personally. So it's beautiful seeing them witnessing different phases of their life. It wasn't all the phase of my own life that they witnessed, right? But witnessing every phase of their life is actually very beautiful as a firstborn daughter, if you ask me, right? It's actually very, very beautiful thinking about it. This video is actually long, so about 3 minutes right now. But anyways, I also like the fact that most of the decisions about the family is always run through me. It's always ran through me. Now, bless my mom, right? She has never made me feel like because I am a girl, I don't have a say in anything. Never, never made me feel like that. So every decision we have to make in the family or certain things, she will always run it through me before she runs it. Before she doesn't even run it. She has to run it through me. We decide and we just tell the other ones. We just tell my siblings basically. And I really like that. I like the fact that some of the decisions that are being made or are made has my voice in it, right, in the family. I really, really like that. I really like the fact that there's no segregation of, oh, you're a woman, you're a man, right? Is it there that okay, yes, we'll get married, we the females will get married and we might change, will be another, what's it called, will be another join to another family, of course. But in decision making, my mom never does that. Like, she never does. She always gives me that you are the first Olori B small mommy thing. She gives it to me, which I'm very, very grateful for and I'm very happy about, to be honest. And the last one that I really like about being the firstborn daughter is the fact that I have a mind of my own. Oh, too much. too, too much, but I like it. I like the fact that so every decision I've made in my life, good, bad, the ugly, I'm very aware that I made that decision. Like, I know, even if it was a mistake, I know, I am present, I am aware, right? Because it is my decision. I have a mind of my own. I have a mind that says if I want to do this, I want to do this. Sometimes it can come off as stubbornness, which, to be honest, I really don't mind. But it has shaped me to be the woman that I am. I'm not easily influenced by another person to make my own decisions, right? Like I said before I talk about certain things, I made my own decisions, right? Do I give room for like suggestions and opinions and stuff? Of absolutely. But I just like the fact that I have a mind of my own. I know what I want. I go for it if I want to. I pursue it. I'm focused on. I don't know how else to put it, but it's a very beautiful thing as a firstborn child that you really, really have to use to guide yourself, like to move on with life. And yes, we've come to the end of the video. This is actually the longest video I think I have done when it comes to chit chat Sunday videos. But I just want to come here and just come to talk about it. If you are a firstborn daughter, try as much as possible not to be frustrated by the position. Instead, make use of it in a good way. Like, sit down, think about it, make use of it in a good way. And there's something that I want to say, and I think this is one part that actually frustrates a lot of firstborn and a lot of firstborn daughter, which is delegation. Now, if you are in a position where maybe you have your siblings with you or whatever it might be, delegate things. You You'll be buying water for mommy and daddy to the house, send it to the house. You, you'll be going to market for mommy and daddy. You'll be doing this. You go and get a small job that you'll be doing. I'll be sending you small thing, but you add your job to it. Make them independent because the weight is telling on you, and that's the reason why you're frustrated. The weight is telling on you, and that is the reason why you are always angry. So, like, let people do things. Let your younger ones do this. They will do. Nothing will happen. Like I said before, let something spoil if you want spoil. Then you now rearrange it. You understand? Because that is making you frustrated and is making you angry and is making you not do certain things with your own life. Put yourself first, right? If you know that financially you're always sending money, remove money. Remove money aside. If you know that your parents know your salary, tell them that they've reduced it or something happened. Just always remember that you come first. It is very, very important. The fact that you come first too in your own life is very important. So yeah, that's it. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Please give me a comment. I really don't know if this is a video that someone will come to YouTube to watch, but it's been on my mind for a while and I thought to talk about it. I don't know if I yapped everything in my head, but I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.